Hello and welcome back to another episode of Brat Chat with Fyre Byrd. We're Fyre Byrd. I'm Samtré and this is Breeze. To my right, your
I'm Breeze
left.
and that's Samtré.
Yep. And I'm Breeze and that's Samtré.
And I'm Samtré and that's Breeze.
Yep, that's correct. Today on Brat Chat, we are discussing some of our guilty pleasures. And yes, we had to Google what guilty pleasures really were. And then about 5 minutes to go, I realized, oh, this is what guilty pleasures are.
Yeah, that's true. I'm like, really? I thought we already
I was
worked this
talking
out.
about it and having this conversation, then I went, oh, wait, guilty pleasures are this. Anyway, make sure you like and subscribe and even drop a comment on what you thought about the episode. Maybe tell us what your guilty pleasures are. And if you're still embarrassed by them, you can DM them to us. Or join the Bratty Family Facebook group where we have no judgment at all whatsoever. And if we do, it's totally as a joke and we're not making fun of you.
Do not read things aggressively.
Yeah.
Anyway, enjoy the episode.
Okay, this is working. Is that working?
I think so. I mean, I hope this is working. That'd be
Yeah.
funny if we get through them all and they don't work.
They better work.
Work.
Because I want to.
Guilty pleasures is the topic for today.
Guilty pleasures.
So, guilty pleasures is that things that you enjoy that you
kinda shouldn't.
Shouldn't?
You know what? This
Well,
is the
like
funniest
even though
thing
you
to me.
can because it's your life.
You know what's annoying? That when people say, "Yeah, what? I don't believe in guilty pleasures because we should just like
I've
things
never
and
heard-
like them if we want to like them."
But I've never heard anyone say that.
Haven't you? Oh, maybe it's just who I listen to.
Yeah. Well, you listen to me a lot.
Maybe you've said
Maybe
that.
I'm like switching.
No, I've heard a few people say that when because it's a dumb, okay, it's not like a dumb question for whoever asked this question, but it's one of those what's your favorite color? Like one of those kinds of questions. What's your guilty pleasures?
What do you do for fun?
I never knew what they were. I remember one time we had people at our house and they just randomly went, okay, should we do that thing? Yeah, let's do that thing. So guys, what's your favorite guilty pleasures? And I just wanted this.
Wait.
We have people over.
Was I in a coma? I don't
You were
remember
there.
that.
You probably don't remember.
Oh yeah.
But I just remember thinking leave my house. You're going to be annoying, aren't you?
And now years later we're doing a whole
Doing guilty-
episode on it.
Yeah.
Well,
Because I didn't know what they were. And I was like, wait, what do you mean? And they're like,
I can
it's
already
things you like that you kind of like.
Yeah.
Not that you should, you kind of.
Yeah.
It's surprising that you like them or you just shouldn't like them.
Well, here's one.
What?
When you put on reality TV shows
Love
for
reality
fun,
TV shows.
just to be like, oh, let's put on something to pay out.
Yeah.
And then you get to like the 7th season
Or,
and you're like, I
or
love this show.
7th minute.
Yeah. And you're like, I love this show. And then you just get obsessed with it. But you don't feel like you can tell anyone. Well, we can tell each other.
Yeah.
And then we tell everyone.
And then we tell everyone.
Because we have no shame.
No.
But
I have some shame, but like.
But I feel like that's what happened with Catfish.
Yes. Catfish, the TV show.
We put it on because there was nothing else to watch. And I was like, can we just put this on? Because it sounds kind of it sounds so stupid.
Yeah.
Not the fact that people are falling in love in the internet. That's not stupid. But the fact that people are pretending to be other people.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
there's a show
And
around these people going and finding
Well,
them.
the fact that like you just start watching them and you just learn, and I just hate the Catfish every single episode because they have no decency and they have no respect for like the person that they're lying to.
I know.
And
even
this
if it is done as a joke, it's not funny.
It's not funny when like the person becomes invested and you
Yeah,
know
yeah,
they've
they're like,
become invested
yeah.
and you're just like, oh no, it's just whatever.
Because we all know what it's like to have like a little crush on someone or
Yeah.
maybe be in love with someone.
Yeah.
And you are by your phone all day waiting for them to message you back.
You just wait.
And especially when you're like texting back and forth or messaging back and forth
Yep.
or Snapchatting back and forth.
Yep.
And then they go silent for like 5 minutes and you're like, what are they doing? What
Have
did I say?
Have I annoyed them already?
I
do
no.
that. Do you do that when you like
All
talk
the
to someone
time.
and you're just like,
I talk to myself and I'm like,
am I
I
annoying
annoy?
me?
I might
being
annoy
annoying?
myself.
Am I being annoying?
No, that's like, I know that's one of our big things is like we think we're too
really
much for people.
Yeah, I think we are.
Even
but
when
they're
we're like
always
doing shows, we have that in our mind. I know that's a big thing, a big hurdle
Yeah.
that we have to overcome. Is
Jump
like,
over.
We'll jump over. Is people
go
like
ahead and
will
jump
people
over it.
like us or will people think like we're just a bit
Cocky.
not cocky, but just a bit like over the top for what we're doing.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, settle down. You're playing music. But I know that's
hey,
just me.
hey, how about you just play your drums instead of standing on them?
Why you stand? Like, that's not necessary.
Hey, why do you have to play like that? Like,
You're already
just,
killing it. Just stop.
yeah, just yeah. Like, hey, dude, just like, what are you doing with that guitar? Just
But,
make it sound normal. Why
But
you got
yeah,
alien noises?
I don't
yeah, I
like.
get that.
But I found it funny that there was the whole show that MTV put behind. Like, MTV has a ton of shows that were like guilty pleasures. Like Teen Mum's another one.
Yeah, I really like Teen Mum.
Teen Mum only Teen Mum 2.
Nah,
I don't like the other ones.
I liked Teen Mum 2 because there were the twins that were just like
and one had the
super
goggles.
adorable. So adorable. But I started watching because they did Teen Mum Australia. I started watching that to make fun of it, and then I was just hooked straight away.
Oh no!
Because it's that recipe, you know?
With this accent though.
It's so funny. And
Hey
like,
Mum, can you take care of the baby? I'm just gonna go out and buy some ciggies.
there wasn't any of that.
Yeah, I know. That was totally stereotyped.
Yeah. But it was a great show, and basically all the guys were douchebags except for like one of them.
See, that's what I don't like when like in Teen Mum 2, there were like genuinely the guys wanted to be like
some of
really-
them, and then there were some
of them
that
were
were
a bit
douchebags.
childish, but like there was a couple of them where they're like, oh shit, I've had a kid. I've got to like
All right,
be
I gotta man up
responsible
now.
now. Yeah.
That's really good.
And
That's
then
a good
then it
mindset.
makes you wonder, like, do they need to have kids at that age? That's what makes them responsible.
Maybe.
I mean, people were having kids at that age not that long ago.
Well, even younger.
Yeah, like
too.
at 12, they were getting married and then popping out 6 kids.
Crazy.
Like, that is, like, I'd be a grandma by now.
That is crazy.
It is pretty insane. But then also back then, people...
They
we
didn't have electricity, so
medication.
that's what they did.
Yeah, maybe that was a hobby.
Oh, man. Uh-oh.
Hey, baby, let's make some babies.
I'm 12.
Hey, I want to make
Me
this
too.
family name go on for the next 70 years.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so back to Catfish. Like, it was just something stupid that we wanted to put on, but then we got so
hooked.
invested.
Hooked.
I remember we would get like real like
Yeah.
when they
we
were
would-
talking about how like I love this person.
When they show
and then you're just
they
like,
show the screen, they show the messages between each other, and it's like, baby, I love you with all of my heart.
I
and
can't
you're
wait
like,
to meet you.
oh no, because
yeah,
she's
no.
totally being lied to, or he's
Being
totally
lied to,
being lied
and
to.
you don't know who it is.
Oh no.
Ugh.
I love.
And
all
then you
right.
find out the person didn't care the whole time, and you're just like,
I just rage. That's why I break my guitar.
my list, like I'm like grabbing my heart, like no.
Yeah,
It's so sad. You just want to go hug those people.
I do. I want to give all of them a big hug.
And then you know what? Okay, this is what I don't like about the show is they try and make it's like not that person's fault. Like I get the point of it. It's like, all right, let's hear your story.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it might be something messed up.
Because what's going to happen is all of the internet is going to find your Twitter account, and they
Hey.
are going to shit all over you all day long,
But
and it's
some
our
people
fault.
like have really sad stories as to why they do it. They're like, I was lonely. But
I
it's
know,
like, get a
but then
hobby.
It's like don't. It's no
get a hobby.
excuse to like manipulate
There's
somebody
other things
like
where
that.
you don't have to feel lonely. Whereas like
Hey, if
really
you're
messing
lonely,
with
how
people's
about
emotions.
just go make a friend?
Yeah, go make a friend.
And why does it have to like go this far into like, hey, I'm gonna, because I'm scared because of how I look. It's like,
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah,
get that
but
to a
like-
degree.
but okay, this is
if
what
you
I
have
think.
really like problems
But
with
this is-
self-image, I
yeah.
can see that. Where it's crumbling,
I get,
I could see that.
I understand it, but I think why?
It's not at the expense of other
why do you
people.
want to become friends with someone who cares about that kind of thing, though?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You don't need that in your life.
Well, yeah, exactly.
You got to find the people that are just like,
They like you for you.
you are the best.
But then
You are my
also-
friend, and I love you, my friend. And then you hang around
Yeah.
with people that like, hey, I don't care that you don't look like a supermodel.
Because I
Because
don't
you're
look
my
like
friend.
a
Because guess
supermodel.
what? I don't
No
look
one
like
gives a shit
supermodel.
about looks. At the end of the day, that's the truth.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't.
That's
Because if
no,
you
that,
do,
that is the truth. No one cares about that stuff.
yeah,
We
that's
think
true.
we do,
Yeah,
but we
think
don't.
we do, but we
But
don't.
at the end of the day, we all want to connect with people
Yeah.
that are chill.
But
That's what we care
sometimes the
about.
first thing you notice about someone is like,
But
they
the-
look
Yeah,
good.
but the lie is like we all
you got to be
always care
so.
about.
You got to be pretty. No, you got to be more than pretty.
Yeah, but what is that even? No one knows.
It's different for
No
everybody.
no one knows. No one knows.
It's different for everybody. Like
Yeah.
people like are attracted to different things. But
well,
even
yeah,
like,
the cultures. Like, there's cultures where if you're like overweight,
They're
That's
like,
seen as like as seen as
yeah,
like you were royal
girls.
because you got
yeah,
so
oh,
like
true, because
you
it's
ate,
a
you had money to eat.
you got money, you're
I
you're
mean,
healthy.
Like, and then in other cultures, if you had a tan, you were seen as poor, and like so you were
Because you work
as,
outside all the time.
yeah.
You're on the yeah.
So you're seen as a peasant.
Yeah.
So it's like,
But I
What
see a
is- it's
tan
all-
and I go like, yes.
I love tans.
Love the tan.
I want to look like a peasant. Yeah.
Actually, we've talked about this.
we talked about some weird
One of our
stuff.
goals is by
A
30.
goal?
By
Not
30.
30.
Because you're nearly 30 or?
I don't think by 30. I want
I
to be
want
like,
it to be by 30. I want to do it
be
young.
like midlife crisis. I want to look really leathery.
Leathery,
Yeah.
tanned. I want it to look fake, and then people asking me, I'll be like, nah, it's real.
Yeah.
No, it's real.
I got into
oh, no, it's
bodybuilding
real.
for like 3 months. This fake spray
but
tan
yeah,
doesn't come off.
I do really like this show, though.
It is a good show. There's a lot of good lessons in it of like you have to be really careful how you treat people online.
Or
Because it
anywhere.
does
I think
affect
not
real
just
people.
online. I think anywhere.
Well, because there is that whole thing of like the screen that you
Yeah.
don't see the person.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't treat someone like that to someone's face unless you were just like totally a bitter person and not nice.
Yeah.
There are some people like that.
What do you think your favorite catfish episode is?
Um,
I know mine. I
so
wonder if
yours.
it's going to be yours
is
too.
it the ghost one?
No.
Well, I liked the ghost one because that was just like weird.
My favorite one was the guy that thought he was talking to Katy Perry.
Yes.
And he really believed it. And then
You know
he was
what?
like, oh,
What if
you know
he
what?
was?
I don't believe it anymore. And then he was like,
Oh, at the end
oh,
of the
you
episode.
guys are gone? I still believe
Yeah, I
it.
still believe it. You know what?
And then he met the girl. No, because he met the girl and she was like, yeah, it's me. I was pretending to be Katy Perry because I was a really big Katy Perry fan. And he was like,
But how was she getting a hold of those demos? She was just making them up.
because, have you heard people impersonate people before?
What? So she sounds like Katy
Maybe
Perry?
maybe there was like a Katy Perry impersonator.
I kind of believe him. I kind of believe she was like.
But okay.
It's fun for me to think that. Though.
Yeah, okay. But like they showed the person that it was and it wasn't Katy Perry.
Yeah,
and
but
she
what
was
if-
like, yeah, it wasn't me.
What if
Yeah, it wasn't me because she
Katy
was from
Perry was
somewhere.
talking through her?
That'd
But
be
then also,
interesting.
I don't. Really
I want to see that
like,
show.
Why people would do that? Like people like Katy Perry. Like why would they do that?
Yeah.
Just talk to someone.
The thing is, that girl was like young, immature, and she didn't think anything of it. And this
Yeah.
guy was like a little bit desperate and was like,
He didn't
I'm
come-
talking
yeah.
to Katy Perry. And his
Oh my
brother was
gosh.
like, dude, no, you're not. And he was like, you don't know, Jeff.
Everyone in the world's like, no, you're not.
Oh,
No, you're not, mate.
yeah.
I think you would know if you were talking to
My-
an artist like that.
Because you'd be talking through 12 people just
It
to
was
get to
it was a really good episode though. Like where he ended
Quality.
up, some random castle or something.
Yeah.
Like what?
some like old school, like British country town. That was cool. And Max raged. I love when there's like a bit of Max rage.
Max Rage.
That's our favorite thing.
Max Rage is the best because he's like put there to talk to the viewer.
Yeah.
Because you're
He's
sitting
us.
there.
He's us.
Yeah, you're sitting there going,
This some
you
bullshit.
are scum. Like you are scum. You have hurt this person.
Yeah.
And you are not feeling any remorse or nothing. Like that
Yep.
is a terrible thing. And you're just talking bullshit and Max will rage for you and you'd be there like,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're Max.
Yeah, we're Max. That's
I
why
love
all the
Max.
brats have adopted Max.
That's why we all say, hey, Max. And that's what
You know what
Max
I
is.
love about the Hey Max thing is we
What?
started that all the way back in like the very first fire station
Mm.
and we would just randomly say, hey Max.
And
And
then
then
just
I
kept
remember
doing
us
it.
thinking like, oh, we would love for this to be a thing and like the
And
now
it
it is.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, I love it whenever we do like everyone gets on the watch party
And we're like, hey, Max.
and everyone's saying,
Like,
hey,
hey, Max,
Max,
hey,
and
Max.
then everyone will comment,
Max.
hey Max.
I love it.
I love it.
I love it.
It's great. See,
And
that's what people should be doing online. It's
yeah.
not that hard.
it's not
It's
hard.
not that hard. Oh man, but it is a.
Do you have
it is
another
a great
guilty
show.
pleasure that's not like
I would have to
watching
say like
Catfish?
that is the guilty pleasure though. I don't know of anything else where.
Oh, do you know what else? It's not just like Catfish. It's also rom-coms a little bit. Like, I hate those movies so much, but I'm
You'll
not
sit
going
and
to...
watch them.
I'll watch the whole thing.
Like some of Mum's Christmas Hallmark movies, I've
Hate...
sat
Nah,
and
I
watched the whole
walk,
thing.
I walk out. I
Yeah,
walk
some
out.
of them I watch them all because it's like it's kind of nice, but also I hope that never happens to me.
It would be terrible.
They're
It would
not the
just be-
one if they're acting like that.
Yeah. I just think
Something's
like
very sus going on.
there's a lot of... I hate getting sucked into like this movie's so funny, and then at the end I'm bawling my eyes out because it's like a romantic and like really nice thing.
Yeah.
Like Crazy Rich Asians. We were watching that, and I already knew it was like a romantic comedy. And then at the end of the movie, we're watching it, and Papa Bird goes, "This is a rom-com."
He got sucked in.
He got so mad that he got
What
tricked.
about when we cried in Christopher Robin?
Oh, but that movie's so cute and so sad.
All I could think about was my teddy.
See, I'm not.
All I
That's
could
not a
think
guilty pleasure for me with movies like that.
No. Disney movies are not guilty.
No, because everyone
it's
loves
totally
those.
acceptable
It's
because we grew up
fine.
in the era where they were making them all the
Yeah,
time.
it's fine.
We grew up with like Toy Story. Well, that's Pixar.
Disney. It's Disney
That is
Pixar.
Disney.
Disney
Same
Pixar.
thing. Yeah.
Those kids' movies, they're the best.
I don't know. The only thing I could think of is that because it started off as let's watch this as a joke, and then we got like really into it, and now it's become like a big thing in the Brady family.
I suppose I don't
Hilarious.
really know.
It was a foreshadow to the Catfish and the
Yeah.
Bottleman tour.
It was. That was really crazy. We were don't think we weren't thinking about that the whole time. That was on our mind straight away.
We're like, hey, we've been obsessed with Catfish, and now we're on the Catfish and the
before
Bottleman tour.
we even like
We
found
thought we
out
were
we
being
got
catfished.
it. Before we even found out like that we got it, we were like, I feel like we might get this just because of that.
Yeah, just because of this.
We're like, do you reckon
Things
we'll
in
get
our
it
life
just
are
because
aligning.
it's like the alignments of like.
Do you ever
Catfish
think
and
about that?
Catfish?
Like, well, obviously, hindsight, you can pick up these things.
Yep.
But you can almost see, like, does life give you little cues?
Do you think?
I
That'd be
don't
awesome
know.
if it was.
Like, life
Little
gave
hints.
you little hints. Like
Little Easter
hey,
eggs, I guess.
Yeah, here's an Easter egg. You guys are going to get obsessed with Catfish.
And then,
And then 6 months later, you can be opening for a band called Catfish and the Bottlemen.
that's pretty cool.
Like, that's kind of cool, but has nothing to do with Catfish other than they both have
It's in
Catfish
the
in the
name.
name.
I mean, it'd be awesome if one of the band members was called Max. That would be amazing.
It would be awesome.
But
like,
they weren't, so
No.
like it sucks. No.
maybe, we all called them Max anyway.
We just called Damo Max.
We called everyone Max.
Yeah, everyone is Max, actually.
But yeah, guilty pleasure. Like, I would just say
I
that.
feel like, do those things even really exist now? Because everything is so like, hey, what? You like that? That's so good. Don't be ashamed of it.
Some things that people like, they should be ashamed of.
If they're terrible things, yeah.
There's. I don't think we need to get too crazy with that whole like you can do what you want, say what you want thing.
Well,
Because,
it's just like,
like, yeah,
don't
you
applaud
can,
everyone doing
But
everything.
then, like at the same time, there's consequences. Let's not chuck that out the window.
of course,
You know what I mean?
Of course,
There's some things where it's like that's
consequences.
super embarrassing. Stop it. Like onesies.
Oh, is it more like an embarrassing thing?
Well,
Is it something you like that you're embarrassed about? Is
that's
that
what a guilty pleasure is. Like
totally?
So I remember when we first started watching Catfish.
we were a little bit embarrassed?
If anyone walked in the room, we
we'd
would
be like,
kind of
oh,
be
we're
like,
just watching this because we're laughing at it.
oh, we're watching this ironically.
Yeah.
This is really funny. You need to watch this and then force yourself to laugh at it. But yeah, that's kind of.
Okay, so I'm trying to think of like maybe
And
another thing I'm
I did call
embarrassed
out
that I
people
like.
who are adults and wear onesies. I'm calling you out. Just
Don't
stop,
wear them.
please.
I mean, wear them in your house.
It's
but
cute
it's
when
pajamas.
little kids wear them.
Wear them as
Or if you're going to like a football game, like I was watching a college football game, and the team they're like big into corn, like whatever the state does all the corn.
Yeah.
So then there were people that went to the game in like corn onesies, and that was funny
like
because it made sense.
mascot outfits or like onesies.
Like a onesie, but it was corn, so you could just see their face.
Oh,
and The
okay.
rest of it was like a piece of corn, and then they were like green. It was funny. Like I'm
That's
like that
hilarious.
makes sense, but like I don't want to go.
Yeah, it's weird
to
when
the
you see like
grocery
Pikachu
store
walking around.
and you're just like in the corner of your eye see Pikachu, and you look over and you're like, oh, there's like hey kids, that's cute, but then they're like your age.
You're like, oh, what? You're like.
You're having a meltdown. You're having a meltdown.
You're having a meltdown.
Where are your friends? You're having a meltdown. You might go catfish
maybe,
someone.
Maybe they got catfished and that's why they're doing it. They're so depressed that they're like, I'm going to
Oh,
walk around as
amazing.
Pikachu.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
right.
Anyway,
Wait. Is that it?
I think so. I don't know.
I think
you
that's
done?
enough.
Yeah,
I don't
cool.
have anything else to say.
Oh, yeah, cool. La, 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 la. Hi, it's us, and we're back, and we switched seats.
Yep. We're swapping seats. We're pulling we're getting a bit tricky now.
That was that episode, and I thought we had some valid points.
Yeah, but also I still don't. I mean, like, I want to think of more guilty pleasures, but I still think the time we live in, like, it's kind of hard to have a guilty pleasure where everyone's,
Everything-
like,
yeah, everything's
applauding everything you do. So,
Everything's out in the open.
well, that, and it's like, don't be ashamed of anything.
But if you haven't already, join the Bratty Family Facebook group, and there's a live chat where you can have a Brat Chat every day, all day, and you can pop in, pop out, do whatever you want. Also, let us know what you think of these episodes, or if you came across our music, you can talk about that too.
Yep. We are a band after all.
Anyway, peace, love, be Bratty.